Growing up in the city, one of the things I'll forever be grateful for is how our teachers went out of their way to make sure us inner city kids got a chance to get outdoors and experience nature. It helped me to understand and appreciate the fact that I'm part of a much larger ecosystem, and that ecosystem is constantly changing. Sometimes the change is cyclical, like the change in seasons every year, and sometimes the change is evolutionary, like animals changing their feeding and mating habits because we humans need to build more houses. Well, just like nature, the ecosystem of the business environment is also constantly changing, and that change is also sometimes cyclical. One minute it's all layoffs and downsizing, and the next it's labor shortages and hiring frenzies, and sometimes it's evolutionary, like the Industrial Revolution that began with the steam engine in the late 1700s and now is in its fourth wave with genetic sequencing, AI, and 3D printing. So when nature changes, animals adapt, improvise, and overcome, which apparently also makes them excellent candidates for the US Marine Corps. But what about us? What do we do when faced with change in the workplace? Some of us resist the change. This is how we've been doing it for the last 10 years and it's how we're going to keep on doing it. Or, why do we need to change anything? I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Am I right? Others accept the change is inevitable. They keep their heads down and just try to make it through to retirement. But then there are those who embrace change. They accept the challenges that come with it and try to find opportunities to grow and broaden their expertise. Well, if you're one of the first two types of people, you can probably stop watching this video because nothing I say beyond this point is going to be of any interest to you. You see, I'm from that third group. Those are my people and that's who I want to talk to. They get me. They understand why my beard is suddenly 3 shades darker and I have a new profile pic on LinkedIn. Change is good, but it has to be meaningful and it has to be measurable. How many of you have been part of a 2 or 3 year business transformation at the end of which no one can tell you what's actually improved? Or you just came back from a 3-day training course that your company paid thousands of dollars for, but when you fire up your computer and start catching up on your emails, you have no idea how any of that training is going to help you with your actual work. Well, in 30 years, I've seen my fair share of both scenarios to know there's a better way. And for the last 12 years, I've been showing my clients that better way. A better way to baseline and measure the outcomes of a transformation. A better way to change the behaviors and manage the output from your strategic suppliers. And a better way to gain knowledge that's meaningful for the work you do. Now, if you visited my website recently, oneviewnow.com, you'll have noticed that it's also changed. There's a few new training courses on there, a lot more focus on consulting, and most noticeably, no more contract management software. Again, change is good, but it has to be meaningful. If you'd like to know a bit more about the changes I've recently made, or you're ready to embrace some change yourself, you can contact me through the website and we'll find a time to talk.